So, what's a YLF?
Well, every year, a group of juniors and sophomores from high schools all over the Birmingham, Jefferson County area are selected to participate in the Youth Leadership Forum.
So, what do?
We call it Learning Today, Leading Tomorrow. Once a month, you get together with 40 members of your YLF class. Once you get to know each other, you get to know what's going on in Birmingham. Every day is about something new: arts and government, human services, economic development and education, and in the environment are just some of the topics we talk about.
A memory that stayed with me about YLF, I could never forget waking up in the morning and meeting every mayor of every part of town, from metropolitan Birmingham to Birmingham, from meeting Trussell Mayor and sitting at the table and be able to tell him what I do not like about it, and being asking those hard questions that don't come up in the newspaper or it doesn't come on television, and things that I didn't know about my city.
You also get a chance to do community service and go to skills workshops like public speaking or college interviewing. Kids from YLF are from schools all over Birmingham, so you get to know a lot of different people.
Sometimes we get used to living inside a box. Well, YLF taught me to get outside of that box. It's part of being a leader, is learning how to deal with different other types of people and respecting different other opinions.
When you get out of school for a day, the great thing about YLF's days is that there's this great mix of learning and talking and discussing. It was so engaging, it was so interactive. You don't just sit in a room, you get to actually go to these great sites in Birmingham, and you get the behind the scenes tour, and you get to hear information that you'd never hear if you were just going as a regular visitor or regular audience member.
Well, it sounds interesting, but doesn't it get boring sometimes?
It was never boring. I mean, again, being around other teenagers is never going to be a boring day. I mean, they made it lively, they made it fun, they made it interactive.
So, why should I get involved?
You'll learn a lot about yourself.
YLF was my first experience dealing with people with completely different political ideologies than mine. And what it taught me was that my opinion mattered just as much as theirs, and that I had a voice that I could use effectively in expressing myself.
I can honestly tell you that because of my YLF experience, I was a better person. I talked less and listened more, and it expanded my mind.
You'll also learn about what's going on in your community.
I think what I learned the most is that it's not just the elected officials who have the power in Birmingham or even in Alabama or in the country. It's me and my generation, and I have the power to make a difference every day.
And as I said before, you'll meet a lot of great people from a lot of different backgrounds.
Being exposed to people from different regions and specifically different schools in the YLF environment really provided me with a wider view of Alabama as a whole.
Throughout Youth Leadership Forum, I've gained great friends. I know that I have throughout my life. I have great connections, networking skills because of it, and it's something I will never forget.
Oh yeah, it also helps you get ready for college and for your future.
YLF definitely put me in a better position. Having the class in a sophomore, junior year gives you a year or 2 years to work on some of the skills you learn in YLF and apply them to the application process in college, as well as just getting yourself ready for what you're going to have to take on in college.
Some students might be tempted to apply to YLF and look and think, oh, this will be a great resume item. And the experience will be so much more than just a resume item. It will require an ongoing commitment, and it will require some thinking and maybe stretching outside of a comfort zone. But once the student is in that process, I think they always find that this is an experience that changes their lives for the better, and it becomes something that they take with them from that point on that affects how they look at their world.
I believe that I wouldn't have grown to the person that I've become today. I believe I would have met some of the great friends that I have now. I wouldn't have met some of the contacts that I have already made. I would have had some of the more fun experiences of my life as it. I mean, I can keep going on and on, but it's definitely an experience that I wish more students in the city of Birmingham, and even across the nation, could partake in. But you have to apply, and you have to be motivated enough to say that I want to be a part of this and I want to possibly affect the community and the city that I live in. That's the first step.
Okay, I get it. Learning today, leading tomorrow. How can I get in?
Just check with your high school guidance counselor or check out YLF's website, www.ylfbham.org.